This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. If you click on the link in the description below, it'll take you to their store and they'll know I sent you there. Before we jump into this Kaldheim draft, I want to remind everyone that my content is sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their store if you're watching on Twitch by clicking on the logo below, and if you're on YouTube by clicking on the link in the description. Either way, that will use my referral link and take you to their store where you can buy Kaldheim and so much other stuff, so check them out. Hi, Swan. I think this is probably the pick. I mean, it's got good stats anyway. But then, being able to utilize certain cards with it, like suddenly the Ravenous Rats creature becomes significantly better when you have this thing around as a creature. And the other side's not bad either. Like, it's been a little better than I expected. It is highly situational, the Lantern. There are going to be plenty of times where it's pretty much useless, but there's enough of them where it's relevant, and then you have the other side, which is just a reasonable creature. Terragrid's not like a great rare. There are a lot of uncommons I think I would take over it, but I don't think Lityara Glade Warden, which is pretty good, or the Trickster God's Heist, which I think people are a little too high on. I don't think either of them are better than her. And there's not a great common in this pack either, so Terragrid it is. Okay. Terragrid into Narfi is not a terrible way to start. Good. Another Trickster God's Heist. The reason I don't like this is it just seems too situational. You see it blow out games sometimes for sure, but it also gets stuck in people's hands pretty often. And I don't love that. I mean, I don't think it's unplayable. I'm just saying I'm not going to take it highly. We'd probably take Narfi here. This does make us want to go really hard into snow, because our snow creatures will be better, and you need 3 snow to get him back. So, but, he's pretty good in general. Yeah. See if that's where we end up. Okay, well, I think Behold the Multiverse is probably the best card in this pack. Thought-Thief is better in a deck that has Narfies. Nice little... It's a zombie for one thing, so that's nice. Frostbite's pretty good, but I think Behold the Multiverse is better anyway. Like, I'm not tempted to take Frostbite here. I do like Giant's Amulet, but I think Behold the Multiverse is better. It just lets you see so many cards so efficiently that it's hard to say no to. Ooh, okay. Well, we're going to have to go pretty hard on snow now because now we have Avalanche Collar. I'd like Bergstrider, but I do think the Collar's just better. Like, it's turned out to be super strong. It can just take over games. Bergstrider's great. It gives you a lot of tempo, but Avalanche Collar is just better. Making your lands into creatures pretty efficiently is no joke. All right, so no snow here. We do have an Elderfang Disciple who's kind of interesting with Terragrid. So that's something to ponder. I don't think we take the Priest, mostly because if snow ends up not being open, it's useless. The rest of these cards are passable if you don't have enough snow. Not so much with the Priest. Not passable at all. One Raise the Draugr is good. I just think it's not that hard to pick up. So Pilfering Hawk's pretty good too, but I think, it's comparable enough, although with Narfi, this does become a 2-3, and that does matter. And this isn't a zombie, but man, we probably still want the Hawk more. The thing is, like, with Terragrid's ability, your opponent still gets to choose what to discard, so it's not like you're really getting them, Okay, probably Augury Raven here. It's pretty efficient. Black doesn't seem super open. We're already seeing Snowlands picked out of the packs, which is not a great sign for us. Somebody is really highly valuing them. But yeah, we'll take Augury Raven here. Yeah, I mean, it's not looking good for snow. Somebody is like all in on the snow, which is interesting. So we have another Priest here. Usually, like, these will wheel if you want them, but I don't think that's going to happen for us here. Probably just take Depart the Realm. Yeah, somebody literally taking all the snow. Okay, we'll take Inga here. Black does not seem super open, so our second color may be completely different. Yeah, I will be picking up lands pretty aggressively in Pack 2 to make Avalanche Color and Narfi worthwhile. That's for sure. I've never seen someone go so hard on Snowlands. Okay, well here's one, and I think we probably grab it. I already explained why I don't like the heist. I do think it's playable, but we want Snowlands badly enough that we grab this one. Even though it's kind of off color, but it can help us splash white if that's what we want to do. And I think we need the snow badly enough that we're taking it there. All right, we'll take Mists here. It's not completely terrible. Now it's not, good either. All right, here we'll take a Thought Thief. Works well in, alongside Narfi. And here's Erase the Draugr. Usually no problem picking those up if you want them. Kinseekers might work out in this deck if we have enough Changelings and or Zombies. One run ashore is reasonable in these decks too, but yeah. Yeah, this is what, almost my 30th draft of the format, and I've never seen someone go so hard on snow. Like, they had to have been taking Snowlands, like, pick 5 on. Okay. So, this pack doesn't have anything that great for us. Augury Raven is good. Don't get me wrong there. And Hailstorm Valkyrie's not bad either, but honestly, I think we take this Snowland over the other options. We really need snow, yeah, we're going to grab it here. It seemed like the blue snow cards were all wheeling. Like, we saw late Avalanche Collar, for example. I think someone's not in a blue snow deck who's taking all the snow, but we'll see. But yeah, we take the Snow Swamp here. It must be the person right next to us, right? Like, they had to have taken a Snowland out of this pack. Which is crazy. But, yeah. So, Dream Devourer is pretty good. It's not, like, incredible, but it's probably what we want to take here. Mirror Lake's good. Depart the Realm's all right. Maybe we need a Way Down or a Death Knell Berserker, but I think the Devourer is good enough to take over these, like, decent cards. I think it's more than decent. So, okay. So, do we grab this Snowland because we really, really need snow? So the thing is, like, even though we have this, we don't need 1 million Snowlands. I mean, 1 million would be good, but we can get away with like 4 or 5. So I think going crazy hard on it is probably not super necessary. Yeah, we did just take a Snowland, it's true. I guess the person next to us may have had the same problem in the first pack. I think we actually want to take Glimpse here over the Snowland. I mean, Glimpse is good. We do need Giants. I mean, we have 1 Changeling right now, but it's not that hard to get enough to really get your money's worth out of Glimpse. So, yeah, let's take the Glimpse. Okay, so we'll look in this pack real quick. But yeah, we want the Snow-Covered Swamp here over, a bunch of decent blue and black cards. This is more than decent if you can make it work, but it's one of the hardest ones to make work. You have to have taken like 6 or 7 Snowlands in your first pack for that to ever work out, more or less. And that's pretty crazy. I mean, it's doable, but yeah. So Snow-Covered Forest doesn't do us a whole lot of good. And we're already sort of, I mean, we may not be able to get Narfi back, which isn't ideal, but, we do need like 7 Snowlands for him. So, a bunch of okay but not great cards here. I guess maybe a Bind the Monster is a good call. Yeah, I think that's where we'll go here. But maybe we should just take the Snowland if we're taking Bind the Monster, even if it is off color. Oh, too late. Okay. Another Kinseekers. I like the Kennel Master, okay. We don't have the right sized creatures for Raider's Carve to do its thing. Yeah, we'll take a Kennel Master here. Although, Kinseekers is looking a little more attractive the more... Like, we do have that giant payoff. Yeah, let's take the Kinseekers. Okay, here we'll take a Disciple. Maybe we'll get someone with Tergrid plus Disciple at some point. That would be fun. Okay, so... Yeah, the Raiders Carve is a nice card. You just have to have a lot of 3-power creatures to make it work. So we don't have that many zombies at this point. I don't see Bloodline Pretender being that great in our deck. I think we will take the Jarl here over the Bind. Yeah. More zombies, and then we'd be interested in that. Okay, so we'll grab the Valkyrie. We definitely need more snow to make it work, but we still have one more pack. Here we'll take a Way Down. I'm not loving our deck. Like, you know, we started by going into a snow deck, and it's been pretty hard to get snow lands. Yeah, I kind of agree with you there, Okami. That's kind of how it's felt to me. Okay, we'll take a Recruiter. And a Pilfering Hawk. Another Narfi in this pack would be good, but so would a bunch of Snowlands. I don't hate Dread Rider. I'm more likely to play it in this deck than Duskwielder. Here we'll take a Carve. We just don't have, you know, you have to have lots of 3-power creatures, and then the Carve is pretty good, and we don't have that. Ooh. I've gotten this card a lot, which is funny, because I like birds, so. Man, okay, so, yeah, it's definitely the Epiphany. It's very strong. It's a Time Walk effect that adds to the board, and that is really good. But we'd love an Icebind Pillar. You really don't need a million Snowlands for it, and we probably need to pick up 1 or 2 more Snowlands in this pack to be content. I don't want to say happy, because I'd still like more, but the Pillar is pretty good. But yeah, we'll take the Epiphany here. I think this is the 3rd or 4th time I've had it, which is a lot in, you know, less than 30 drafts. You're a Spirit Knight, not a Zombie Knight, huh? Okay. So, lots of good cards here. The Helm is pretty nice. Behold the Multiverse is good. Mistwalker's good. Those are really the cards I'm looking at. I mean, I really would like another Behold, but I'm kind of leaning towards the Helm here. Yeah, I think we go with the Helm. It's just too efficient and good at what it does. So, probably another Elderfang Disciple. Yeah. Okay, we need more Snowlands. Show up for me. Okay, well, we're definitely taking this one. Unless there's something crazy in this pack, and there isn't. It's another off-color one, but we don't really care. I mean, it has one of our colors, and that's all we need. So, that 4th Snowland, I think, was key for us. I already have 1 Depart the Realm. I kind of like the Thought-Thief a little more here. Yeti's okay, but I think Thought-Thief is just better anyway. So, that's where we're going to go. So yeah, we got to 4 Snowlands, which means, you know, we're going to play Narfi because we have enough snow creatures and zombies anyway, but getting Narfi back is going to be more of a challenge than I've ever had it be in other decks. We're probably not going to play the Valkyrie with only 4 Snowlands. It's not very good unless you have, you know, a lot of Snowlands. Wow, that's a late Maya. Do we already have 1 Bind the Monster? Yeah, we do. I don't really like having them in multiples, but Wither Crown has similar problems, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'll take Wither Crown. I don't think we're playing it, so. Okay, Grim Draugr, kind of okay with only 4 Snowlands, but not great. Okay, we'll just grab another Raven here for sure. That's a pretty late Raven. Okay, I'll take Disdainful Stroke. Looks like the green-white deck was pretty open. Yeah, Frostbite's okay, but we don't have enough. It's challenging. You don't really want to splash Frostbite, like, in this deck, if you can help it. We don't have enough fixing to get there. Yeah, raise the Draugr. Sure. So we didn't end up with any real giants. We do have 2 shapeshifters, so that pick of Glimpse the Cosmos, I mean, you know, We're still going to play it, but it's not going to be as good as I was kind of hoping it would turn out to be. We don't have great removal in this deck. But, yeah. I'm not loving how this draft went overall. It was a challenging one because somebody went so hard on snow. But, yeah. Yeah. Any other snow land would have been nice. But I think we'll be... You know, it's not a terrible deck. It's just not what I was hoping I would end up on. You know. And we do have the Epiphany, which can just steal games. So, you know, that helps. Okay. So... I probably run the Draugr here. I mean, we have enough snow to activate it one time in most games. And it's a zombie and a snow creature, which Narfi does care about. I think I have enough overlapping creature types. Like we have what? We have 6 zombies, 3 wizards... 4 birds, even. So making the Kinseekers happen will be doable enough. We probably cut the mists. Yeah, I mean, Recruiter's good in the late game. Like, if games go late, it is pretty nice, but it's kind of clunky at what it does. It is a zombie, for what it's worth, but yeah. We probably don't want Dread Rider in this deck. Few more cuts. I mean, I guess I could consider cutting the 2 Kinseekers and the Glimpse. But... like I said, I think the Kinseekers will trigger enough. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm probably going to cut the Recruiter. Yeah, this is a hard one to trim. I should probably go down to 1 Disciple. I mean, I'm kind of keeping it around because I'm hoping to live the dream of Tergrid, but it's very hard to actually make the Disciple do anything with Tergrid. Like, your opponent's making the choice still, after all. So, you know, it's not that easy. I could maybe even just cut both of them, and I don't think we'd be missing a whole lot about them. I mean, they're fine, but yeah, I think that's probably where we want to go. And yeah, so the Snow Chaos we have... you know, we'll be fine if we have, like, other than Narfi in terms of his ability. We'll all be fine with only 4 Snowlands. More would be good, of course, but yeah. All right. Let's try to steal some games with our Epiphany and other things. I mean, you know. Yeah. Not the ideal snow deck, but it's alright. Oh yeah, the Simic video, Okami. Pretty crazy how much Simic has changed in 2 years. Okay, well, we're going to get to see some cards. We keep it. We also have 2 Snowlands, which means we're already 2/3 of the way to Narfi, so that's worth something, I think. Trying to decide if I just want to Glimpse this turn or Foretell, Behold. I think I probably want to just Glimpse. Yeah. These 2 cards have, like, synonyms for names, which is really weird. So there's our 3rd Snowland if we want it. We'd only have 1 Narfi. If I had, like, 2 Narfis, I'd probably take it. With only 1... It's probably better to just take the Thought-Thief, the real card here. Yeah. Okay, we're going to hold on to him for a while. I mean, in the early part of the game, he doesn't do a ton, and then in the late game, he can come down and wreak some havoc. So, alright, so we're going to go with Thought-Thief here. We target ourselves. I think you almost always target yourself with Thought-Thief because you just don't know what your opponent needs, and you know what you need. And I don't really think what we need is another island right now, so we're going to go to the graveyard with that. We do have a lot of ways to look through the top cards of our library. Here's another one. So we're going to go Inga this turn and probably Draugr's Helm next turn. Let's see. What are you, Inga? You're a human wizard. I don't really see the Kinseekers doing what we want it to do here. Well, I guess you're a human, aren't you? You're a human wizard as well. It could happen, but I still kind of don't think we want it. I think we can bottom both of those. I think drawing the bind sounds good. We don't have any removal right now, so yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to go with Draugr's Helm here. Oh, you know what? The Changeling would have let me cast my Glimpse, so I probably should have gone for it. Okay. Well. I see how it is. They're playing some big boys over there. Which my Bind the Monster isn't thrilled about. So I'm probably going to play the Avalanche Caller here and then leave up mana to just hard cast Behold. Because if I just play the Avalanche Rider, I can leave up the ability to make creatures. Yeah, I'm considering binding the Hagi Mob, but it's... Yeah, I guess we probably want to. Now, if I do that, they can't even block, which matters. Yeah, let's do it. So I take 7 on the backswing, but I hit them for 7 here, drops them to 13. Yeah, I think I'm down with that. So we only have 1 blue mana left, so we can't actually foretell this turn. I think it's probably better to just play the Caller here. And yeah, we leave up the ability to animate a land if we want. Maybe I should have just done that, animated a land and attacked with everything, huh? That would have been pretty good. Yeah, I was going to say, I have a feeling he's probably dead. We can animate a land in response, at least. And we will. Interesting that they chose to do it the way they did. Okay. So, let's behold the multiverse here. Okay, Depart the Realm is pretty good here. I think we want it. I kind of want the Raven, too. The fact it's a duel doesn't really matter in our deck, because we don't actually have any red. We're just playing it because we're desperate for snow. Do I just want to draw both of these? think I draw both. And then we go Depart the Realm on Outrider and attack them for 7. They'd be at 2 now if I'd been more aggressive with my Avalanche Rider. Wow. I'm a little surprised since this has Menace, but... I think it's probably still better to play both of these creatures than it is to play Narfi. Yeah. So let's attack with our Draugr's Helmed creature. And then we'll go Hawk, Raven. Yeah, we have a slight bird tribal theme. I think I have 4 or 5 birds in this deck. Plus, yeah, the, interesting. So Run Amok is a real thing here for sure. I think maybe I try to just lose creatures so I can just reload my hand with Inga. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say. I can just block everything and draw 3 cards, which is not the worst, and even Run Amok and stuff like that wouldn't get it done there. So, obviously we don't have any snow. Lands, that is, but I think that's okay. We do have so much scrying in this deck, and like Surveil with our Draugrs, that hitting at least one snow land is pretty hard not to do, I feel like. Even though we only have 4, I think I kind of was more concerned maybe than I needed to be. I mean, we definitely still can't play... like Hailstorm Valkyrie, you know, but yeah. So I think we probably just go the Raven route here. Those are some nice, what is it, like a Year of the Rat thing? Yeah, that's... Alright, so yeah, I think we just play the Raven here. So they're going to get some mana rolling here. Oh, now they're really going to. Okay. Uh-oh. This deck's pretty sweet when you can get 5-color snow going. It is a pretty sweet deck. So... I think we just attack with our Raven here. And foretell... I just want to play the Kinseekers. Nah. We're going to foretell Behold the Multiverse. I guess we could play Dream Devourer, but I think just casting Behold on their turn is probably worth it. Although, maybe speeding things up is wise in a world where they're trying to go 5-color snow, huh? Rather than just trying to Behold the Multiverse here. Because the more time I give them, the less chance we probably have to win. Yeah, let's play our Devourer here. Definitely should have played the Devourer and then foretold this if I knew I was going to do that, because then they can't really... It could be anything that I foretold. Now they have a few, you know, good guesses to make about what I might have foretold. But yeah. So... Okay. Let's behold the multiverse here. Yeah, although if I play Kinseekers this turn and another one next turn, that would be pretty good. But yeah, I think we still want to behold. There's a Snowland. We probably want that. I'm not sure how good Pilfering Hawk is going to be in this game, though. Seems a little too slow. Alright. So, I'm going to play land. They're passing with all that mana because they have something really scary is the answer there. Then yeah, I think we'll foretell Inga. But I can't really afford to just like hang back, unfortunately for me. Of course, I guess I could have done that at instant speed, but you know. Do they have the mana to use Path to the World Tree here? I guess they might. Yeah, it kind of looks like they do. Yeah, because they can untap and tap this. You know, that's not the biggest disaster. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of okay with that overall. I mean, you know, I don't love it, but could have been more of a disaster for sure. Okay, who wants to get discarded? I guess it's probably one of the Kinseekers. Okay, so let's attack here. See what happens. Then let's play our Inga. I think Bind will come in handy. Not sure I want Grim Draugr, though. I don't really think we do. So I know it's on top now, so it's probably really not worth Draugr Thought-Thiefing. Because I kind of want the Bind, I think. Although it does add to my board, and that matters. So I probably will. Yeah, we'll go for it. I mean, I guess we could target them, but it's so hard to know what our opponent wants or needs. Especially when they have a million cards in their hand, that I'm just going to do it to myself. I guess if nothing else, it could have been information, but... I should have done this first and then Inga, probably, but, you know. I do have an awful lot of mana over there, and I'm sure there's going to be a bomb at some point. Hi, Downhill Zeus. Thanks for the resub. Okay, so I think we're going to bind this monster. So yeah, let's do that. Bind the monster, and then we probably just attack with everything. One of these turns we'll play Avalanche Rider and actually, like, do something with it. Avalanche Caller. Avalanche Rider? I wish. Yeah, I think we'll foretell the Jarl here. Yeah, and then I probably just flash it in. Next turn, depending on what their board looks like, I can play Avalanche Caller and turn our Snowfield Sinkhole into a creature. So, yeah, that's not too bad. I'm kind of surprised. Okay, well, now they're going to slow us down a little bit in the air. I'm kind of surprised we're doing as well as we are with all the pretty mana they have over there. Usually that's the sign of a really good snow deck. But maybe they're flooding out, I guess. And that pretty mana is not so good when you're flooding out. Okay, so... yeah. So I think we go Avalanche Caller. Do they counter our Avalanche Caller? Right. Then we go... Turn this into a land. Into a land. Into a creature. Talking is hard. I wish it was Avalanche Rider. So we're going to get to draw 3 cards? Oh no, Inga didn't die. That's right. Okay. They are at 1. Do they have a board sweeper? I think they flooded out that whole game. I was like, look at all that mana. Meanwhile, they were probably saying, look at all that mana. Why do I keep drawing lands? It's rough. Hi, Maze of Death. Good game. Sorry you flooded out hardcore. I'm guessing that's what happened anyway. Because I felt like I was going to get run over by your clearly pretty good snow deck. And then it didn't happen, so that's kind of what I figured. So we probably just want to foretell the Raven on turn 2. It's just so good. Well, yeah. We foretell our Raven here. And our bird tribal. I've even got my bird sleeves. I'm all in right now in birds. Okay, so... Yeah, I think we just get the big flyer out there. Enjoy the efficiency. Probably next turn we play the Thought-Thief to improve our draws a bit. Okay, well... Yeah, that's probably still what I want to do. I can always glimpse later. I think adding to the board while our opponent is struggling seems worth it to me. Yeah, I think we'll leave that on top. Although maybe we have enough, like with Glimpse, maybe we don't need to have Behold also. And we kind of do want to hit more lands. Of course, this helps us hit more lands. Yeah, we'll leave it. All right. Fellow Augury Raven. I've drafted it a lot. This is my 4th or 5th time, which is a lot in this mini. So I think we're going to Glimpse first. And then decide what we're going to do. Okay, so we do want a Snowland at some point. But I'm not sure. I think just taking Bind the Monster here is really good. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Because then we just go Bind the Monster, attack for 6. So far, our deck has felt weirdly like a blue-black aggro deck or something. I don't know. It's definitely had a weird feel to it. Alright, so we're going to attack with both of these. I'm sure they trade for our Thought-Thief. Maybe not. Maybe they want to draw cards badly enough with Inga that they don't want to. Wow, okay. Well, in that case, I think I just hard cast the Raven here, so we have lethal next turn. Yeah, we're just going to play the Raven and then say, you know, can you not die to our flyers? Well, that's not going to help you against flyers. That will, though. That definitely will. Okay. So, I think we probably play our Kinseekers and then attack with just our flyers. The Kinseekers will get bigger and all that, so seems worthwhile, because we got 2 birds. Yeah. I don't really think that's that great right now. Yeah, so we just want to attack in the air, because if we attack on the ground, they can set up Inga, and we still have lethal in the air next turn, so... We also have our Glimpse back thanks to our Kinseekers. All right. Go birds. Well, thank you for the follow. My name's Chef and Nekapo, and yeah, that's all. I probably have to mulligan this one. Just a complete lack, you know, like this is useless early. This isn't great early either, and the cards that we have that would be useful early we can't cast, so... Okay, this is better. We kind of... we need to hit a third land pretty badly, but I think we can make do. And I think we probably put back, sadly enough, Terragrid's Lantern, Terragrid, and her Lantern, because these other things, well, we could consider putting back a Kinseeker instead. That doesn't seem terrible. Although having 2 does mean the other one will scry, but if they're still alive, but yeah. We can draw land. Yeah, that's always true, J. Dorfer. Hey, that's good news. That'll help help us with our problems. We do have lots of cards like this that do help us with our problems. And that is what this one's going to do. And we say land. You know, good cards there that we don't get to play, but we'll be okay. Yeah, Boreal Outrider is nasty. And we would like another land, thank you. Pack 1, pick 1 was Terragrid, actually. Not the most exciting Pack 1, pick 1, even if she is a god, but that was it. Oh god. We definitely trade. Boreal Outrider is downright oppressive if you let it stay around. I'm a little surprised they attacked, honestly. This costs 5 total, right? So, getting this out early, like right now, isn't the worst thing. No, yeah, it is. They'll just pay 3 and it won't matter. So it's pretty bad. So, what do I want to do? Play Avalanche Caller and leave up mana for Depart the Realm? Yeah, I mean, she is good. I'm just saying she's not a bomb or remotely close to it, and I would take premium removal over her. Yeah, I don't imagine we want to play the Lantern right now. I'm just going to play Avalanche Caller here and leave up Depart the Realm. Things have been going our way so far in this draft. But, not so much right this second. Okay. I think I'll bounce the Glade Warden here. Ooh, Hexproof Trick. That card has burned me so many times in this format. Okay, no. Would have been the end of the world, I guess, but... Alright, so... Yeah, we play Inga here for sure. Well, we definitely want this land. Do we want these other things? I think the Hawk seems alright. The Thief's not bad either, honestly. Do I just want all of these? Probably not. I think just the Swamp. Helm on the Hawk is nice and all, but it's going to take a while for us to get there. Getting a snow-covered swamp is great because it'll make our Avalanche Caller do a thing, and it's also just a 5th land for our hand that kind of needs a 5th land to function. Yeah. Alright, so I think we just attack here with Inga. I'm cool with trading, even if it doesn't mean we draw cards and all that nonsense. Then... do I just want to play Terragrid as a big menace creature? It's, you know, basically a bigger menace creature than this. I could play Kinseekers here and get the Scry, but that'll be, probably, maybe, still be true next turn. I think we probably just want to play Terragrid here. Big menace creature. Seems reasonable. So they can start putting counters all over that Valkyrie if they want to. Getting a couple menace creatures out there should feel pretty good. Should I have left in those Ravenous Rat Elves for our Terragrid? So, like, am I willing to trade for a trick here? Or do I just want to, like, take this? So they could have Kaya's Onslaught and stuff like that. I think we just take it. Our Avalanche Caller might be about to die. No? Okay, interesting. So, I think we probably need to play Kinseekers here. More than we need to, like, animate a land or play Draugr's Helm. Mostly because Kinseekers might help us find, like, our Epiphany or something. And I think that's kind of what we need to get out of this. So I do think we attack with both of these on this board. Yeah. Make a 4/4 swing for 11. Seems a little too risky to me. We have to add to the board some here. I mean, the annoying thing, too, is they have the stronghold, so going all out and aggressive to do damage to them and then them gaining all the life back isn't really what we want to deal with. So yeah, let's play the Kinseekers here. It's a big creature. But we also get our Glimpse back. Kind of would like another Snowland, but I have a feeling if I Glimpse, it's not what I'm going to be taking, so I may as well just put it on the bottom. Wow. Well, we'll take a Snowland. All the Snowlands. They may just be able to kill me with the Valkyrie here. These decks run lots of tricks. The aggro decks in this format run lots of tricks. That's because they're almost all pretty good, along with most of the equipment. The vehicles, not so much. You know, there aren't really any that are abysmal either, but there aren't great ones. Well, okay. Kind of have to block with my Avalanche Rider now if they attack on the ground. I keep calling it Avalanche Rider. Brings me back. So, I have to block this because they can pump it to 4 and then I'm dead. If they have any trick, we're dead too. So, yeah. I mean, most likely they have a trick. I don't know why else they'd be attacking if they didn't, you know. So there's something here to kill us. Almost assuredly. Unless they messed up. Yeah. That's exactly enough. Not if it's that trick. Okay, this is pretty good. Could they really not pump the troll? Did I get bluffed out of that game? I know it needed double snow. I swore they had it, but that sucks if I messed that up. Yeah, okay. Then that means if we blocked more intelligently, we would have gone to 1. Right? That's annoying. Do we want to lead with the Hawk here? Or Dream Devourer? I don't know. I think Dream Devourer seems pretty good here. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so I think we do this, and then we're going to foretell Inga. Ooh. Okay. So we can foretell at instant speed. I mean, I doubt they block, but, you know, in case they do. Alright, so, yeah, we're going to foretell our Epiphany here. Although we could wait a turn. It costs 6 after all. But these things aren't so good to foretell anyway, so we'll foretell the Epiphany. And then we'll play... Oop, go to end of combat. Then we'll play Inga. Who should... I don't think we want either of those. What we want to do most of all now is find a 6th land. Behold helps us do that, so I'm leaving it. Kind of think I'm okay with the trade here. If they pay 2 mana and just to kill my Inga, like, I think we're down with that. Now, if it's not a trade, and it's not a straight up trade, but I'm okay with trading Kaya's Onslaught for that. I mean, for our Inga. I can live with that. Okay, so... do I want to attack here? Kind of think I probably do. Yeah. I doubt we get them to block, but, you know, might as well not leave that value on the table, you know? Yeah, they may have another Onslaught that could explain why they decided to use that one to trade for Inga. So we end the turn because what we really want to do is Behold and then Epiphany. Yeah. Wonder if they boast here? No. Wonder if they're mono white. No, they didn't black with that, so they're not completely mono white. Land. Yeah, we'll take one of you. We only need one of you. Nice. Ooh. That was a good sequence of draws. So yeah. Unfortunately, we can't do any damage with our first turn of the Epiphany. But it's still going to be pretty good here. Yeah, so we're just going to Epiphany. Then I think we probably play both of these flyers and start pressuring them in the air. Yeah, so... yeah, and we're going to leave back our Dream Devourer and attack with our 2 flyers. Then we're going to go Augury Raven. Pilfering Hawk. Okay. I know, we're a bird tribal deck, I'm telling you. It's the closest I've gotten to a bird tribal deck in Limited, and maybe ever. Okay, so... I think we probably just take this. Okay, I think we just play our Avalanche Caller here. Then we turn this snow-covered swamp into a creature. Am I willing to just go all out here on an attack? Because I can hit them for like 9 if I foretell our Jarl. And then I still have my Avalanche Rider to block. Probably go for it. It's not super duper likely they can kill us. I mean, I guess if they have a Kaya's Onslaught, they might be able to do it. So maybe I leave the Hawk back, too. Yeah, let's leave the Hawk back, too. That makes me feel a little better. A little less scared. Okay. Will we get there or will they kill us? Basically comes down to this. Yeah, so let's say they pump it to 3 and then use Kai's Onslaught. That's 8 damage. Yeah. Should I block? That's basically what we're trying to decide here. It doesn't increase our clock at all to have the Hawk around, but its ability to loot does matter. If we do block with it, we can actually use Raise the Draugr to get it and our Raven back, so I guess I'm just going to go for the block. I'm worried enough to go for the block there. Oh, no. Well. Okay. So I think I'm going to attack with my 2/1/1 flyers. And if they block, use our Jarl. So I can do the same thing on a block with my Pilfering Hawk. So yeah, I think we'll attack with both of those. All right, that works for us, I think. Do the damage, drop them to 3, play our Jarl. So at least, I mean, they still have the equipment, but the equipment doesn't give things flying. So it's not the end of the world. So we have what, 4 mana here? 5 mana rather. So raise the Draugr, get back Augury Raven. We wouldn't be able to play it this turn anyway. So I think we just play Pilfering Hawk here. And then also raise the Draugr. Get our birds back in our bird tribal deck. Look out. Look out for the bird tribal. Yeah, so trying to decide here if we want to block with our Devourer. Oh, I always forget Raise the Draugr as an instant. You'd think I'd have that figured out by now. It doesn't... We've just seen so many cards like it that aren't instants. Yeah, I think our Dream Devourer is going to block. I think we need to hold on to evasive damage. Alright, so they have to block here if we attack with everything. So that's what we're going to do. Attack with everything and drop them to 1. What are the chances they have, like, Doomscar, you know? Now that I said it, probably means they have it. No. Yeah, that Epiphany turn is what, unsurprisingly, pulled us ahead. Alright, seems pretty good. We only have 4 snowlands, Gavin, so Narfi's not going to happen most of the time. We do have a lot of cards like Glimpse that let us sift through our deck, but it's mostly he's just here as a snow and zombie lord. So I guess I probably want to play the Devourer more than the Hawk here. If they attack, I think I'd probably block. I mean, they could have Run Amok, which is a thing, but yeah, they don't, apparently. So I think I'm just going to play Pilfering Hawk here in the turn. Yeah. They're having a bit of a rough start over there. So let's go ahead and glimpse the Cosmos. All 3 of my snowlands are on top of my library. 3 of my 4 anyway. I think we'll just get the untapped one. I mean, we don't actually need the fixing that those give us, so we may as well get the untapped one. So, I might foretell Narfi here and attack. I could leave up mana for Depart the Realm just so that I can bounce the Carve or something after it gets crewed. I can just play Narfi normally next turn after all. So, yeah, I think we'll probably just attack here. Man, if they pump this just to crew that, we're going to get some sick tempo here. And that might be what they're doing. They may be desperate for a land, I guess. It looked like the way they were hovering, they might do that. No, that's not what they're going to do. Okay. Elderleaf Mentor it is. Yeah, so I think we bounce the Carve after they crew it. Oh yeah, they have to attack, you're right. That's too bad. So we're going to depart the realm, the Carve here. Now we play Narfi. Look out, it's a 2-3 now. Right, we need our card draw spells and whatnot. That's been, I think, the main thing about our deck that's allowed it to be pretty successful is we've had Lots of card drawing and card selection that has gone our way. Now, Pilfering Hawk can do that in a pinch, and maybe we're in a pinch. They have a pretty good attack here, unfortunately, for us, but yeah. So, I think we just take 4 here. And maybe we take more. Maybe they hit us for 6. Ooh. Great bind the monster target right there. Oh, that's sad. Kind of okay with them killing my Dream Devourer, though. I mean, the Devourer is nice and all, but... Okay, so our Kinseekers will actually let us play our, Glimpse the Cosmos in our graveyard. So yeah, this is kind of a problem, but, we're not going to get the trigger out of Kinseekers. We also don't want to tap our mana that way. Like, what are you doing, auto-tapper? But casting Glimpse the Cosmos is worth it. And it's also a zombie, so, you know. I mean, I guess it's probably Terragrid. It's in our graveyard for Raise the Draugr. I mean, she's just a big creature, and that definitely matters right now. Another 2/3 flyer is not so bad either. But yeah, I think we go with Terragrid. Then we attack with Pilfering Hawk. Then we put Bind the Monster on Svella. Get her out of here. So, I think we might still not be able to pull ourselves out of this, but we'll try. Yeah, I mean, the Lantern's going to be too slow in this game to ever get there for us. Activating it twice even. We can't really afford to do it. They can pay life for a long time before it matters. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. That's probably it. You know, I didn't think this was going to be that great, but... You know, and it wouldn't have been that great if I'd actually hit a land drop here, but I didn't, so... It's going to be pretty good. It's going to give them probably 2 trolls on their next turn, so... That's not so good. Alright, so let's attack with our Hawk. Do I just want to play Terragrid? Grim Draugr does get pumped twice by Narfi. It'll be a 5/4. She's a 4/5 with Menace. I guess a 4/5 is a little better right now than 5/4. They can also blow up another land with the Slumber Mound, so yeah, I mean, we're... These 2 sagas are going to be what gets us. Oh. How about that? How about Terragrid doing the saga stealing? That is awesome. Okay, take action. So they can pump this in response. So I don't think we want to fight it. But I think we kill their mentor. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. God, why have I forgotten how to play Magic? Why have I done that? Yeah, I should have killed the Fearless Pup for sure. I forget how Boast works, you know. It's been a long time. I don't know why I've forgotten. They may have a pump spell here to be mean anyway. It's like, of course I know you can only boast when you attack. I did a whole set review, but somehow it's dropped out of my brain. Stealing this is going to be kind of funny. It'll be harder for us to take advantage of, though, than it is for them. So, yeah. So we're just going to take this. I'm kind of thinking I might put the counters on my flyer. Just because, yeah. I feel like if we're going to win, we probably have to race. Although, I guess just having something big enough to tangle with these trolls... Having 2 creatures big enough to really tingle with the trolls is probably worth it. Given the situation. Wow. Okay. Alright, so... They're going to get... Wait, we have 5 lands and they have 7. We're going to play 1 land, so they're only going to get 1 troll. With that in mind, I think we now do pump our Pilfering Hawk. So we play a land. And we play... Yeah, alright, so... Attack with our Hawk. Then we'll play our Draugr. Why don't you get pumped twice? You're a zombie and a snow creature. I guess the way it's worded doesn't give it a double pump. See, this was a time where Waking the Trolls wasn't that crazy. Like, if I had hit 1 more land drop, they would have just gotten the first 2 chapters, which is not really worth it. If they had used this last turn instead, it would have worked out for them, but I think they maybe were right to kill our... to kill our Terrorgrade before she stole another Saga. Right, now we gain some life. That feels good. Yeah. Then we attack them in the air again. We're in pretty okay shape right now. You know, this is another 4-power creature that we're going to use to slightly improve our draw here. I mean, I think any creature is something we're interested in right about now. Because we just need to survive their onslaught on the ground. Also, it's a zombie, so yeah, we'll leave it. We need to survive their onslaught on the ground and try to kill them in the air, basically. That's our plan here. Another struggle for Skemfar here would be bad. Man, we only have 1 black mana left. I don't think it's better to target them with the Thief because we have no idea what they need or don't need. I think it's too hard. Like, I mean, I guess we know they probably don't want to land, so maybe it would have been better. But improving our own draw seems like it has enough value to me. It's pretty hard. It would be interesting to see some analysis as to what adds the most to your win percentage, you know? Okay, so... I'm going to block you, and I'm going to block you. Yeah. Okay. They have 3 blockers, huh? Wish I had a snowland. They saw to it that I wouldn't. Alright, so... They do have to block everything if I attack them right here, and then I still have my Jarl, but that's probably a little too risky. We'll just attack with our Hawk, and then hold on to our Jarl. Yeah, I think that means we get there. You know, our Tergrid in that game is what won us the game. I mean, first she stole a Saga, and then our opponent 2-for-1 themselves to kill her so we wouldn't steal their other Saga. So it was like, you know, even though they got rid of her and she wasn't on the board when we won, that's really what allowed us to pull ahead there. I could have foretold the Jarl, I suppose, just for the sake of foretelling. But it didn't make much of a difference. I guess I could have bluffed more effectively. That's the benefit I would have gotten out of it. So yeah, the fact that I had a mental error and not killing their wolf because I was worried they'd pump it, even though Boast requires an attack, ended up not really mattering in the long run because they got rid of their own wolf in the end to kill our Tergrid. So kind of worked out. Kind of worked out. So this is a pretty slow hand, but we can probably get away with it. I mean, we have both our colors. It's not a great one, but it's fine. Yeah, so we're not going to play anything this turn. Thank you for the follow, Archaon. Yeah, so we're not doing anything until turn 4. I wonder if it's going to be worth playing Tergrid's Lantern early in this game before our opponent... Well, probably not. Not if they're a token deck, no. I think Kin Seekers is a more effective roadblock here than Inga. Yeah, we'll go with Inga. I mean, with Yara Kin Seekers. I guess they're blue-red. They're probably not that tokeny, but these tokens are annoying. Okay, I mean, if you want to, like, Frostbite and stuff, I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, I mean, it's a 1.5 for 1. You know, I'll take that. So... I'd probably just go with Draugr's Helm here. We can hold on to Tergrid until, you know, at least for a while. And they might be about to Demon Bolt the token, but we get to keep the Helm, so. Alright, so even if they have Run Amok here, our token kills this. So I think we just go for it. Frostbite again. Okay. Am I concerned enough about a Pilfering Hawk to kill it with my Kin Seekers? Probably not. So, probably just play Tergrid here now. Just get the big evasive creature out there. I mean, I could consider the Lantern. We're under very little pressure. And if I play the Lantern, I can still foretell. Maybe this is the time to play the Lantern. Yeah, I think we go with the Lantern on this board. Alright. I don't know. It is hard. I mean, the Lantern is so persnickety that there are lots of board states where the right thing to do is not play the Lantern. But it does help us race and stuff like that, so that's cool. Alright, so how much of a boost do you give? +2/+2, huh? So I probably just play Inga and Augury Raven here. I guess we'll play Inga first so we get the Scry. Well, Narfi's not actually that great with what we have going on right now. If any other creature goes to the graveyard, Raise the Draugr is going to be pretty good. And the Jarl's not bad either, but I think we actually put Narfi on the bottom just because we don't have anything that benefits from it enough, and we don't have any snow mana, so that's not happening anytime soon. So, yeah. Alright. So we'll use our Lantern here. Then we'll play our Augury Raven. We're probably going to double block the Haggy Mob this turn. Okay, well now we're not. We're going to take 6. Yeah, that's not so good. So I think moving the Helm to Inga seems pretty good here. Use our Lantern. It's keeping us in the race, but it's like, I kind of feel like a 4/5 with Menace is going to be a little better, honestly. I kind of feel like that would have been better, but, you know. Okay. They just have too many choices, you know. And I probably should have just played the Menace creature. It is fun to actually play this half, because you just don't normally, but, I think it's a mistake to characterize it as, like, straight up super strong just because it needs some assistance to be that. Yeah. Alright, so we will end our turn. Yeah. Should have gone for the creature. It's funny, they don't have any snow mana so far. I guess I just haven't found it. I've had it be good against me in Limited, but yeah, it takes some specific scenarios to pan out, that's for sure. I'm a little surprised they decided not to attack at all there. Yeah, so we're going to kill Inga here with Way Down, I think. I mean, it's tempting to try to wait to use Raise the Draugr to get something back along with our Kinseekers, but I think we're probably trying to be too cute if that's what we try to set up here. Yeah, so Way Down on Inga. One nice thing here is that they can, you know, we can sort of lull them into a sense of security, false sense of security here. into maybe thinking all we can do is untap this, when in reality, we also have Jarl of the Forsaken. Oop. That would have been bad, that accidental attack. Yeah, the long-term value, it's true. I mean, eventually it does start to pile up. When you can use it more than once, especially. Ooh, that's not great, but luckily, Jarl of the Forsaken can keep us in this one. Maybe. Unfortunately, all a Jarl can do is block. And that's what he's gonna do. Okay, so let's do this. So unfortunately, oh crap. Yeah, I can't do everything I need to be able to do here. Because I've only got 7 mana. I think that means... No, we're not quite dead, because we'll block this. Oh no, but it can boast to kill us. I guess we'll make him do it, but... Yeah. We needed one more land to be able to play both of them again. So, I'm not actually going to foretell the Raven here. Well, yeah, I'm not going to foretell the Raven because maybe it'll make them concerned about what my other card is, even though my other card is nothing. So, yeah, that's what I thought would happen here. So, we block here. We go to 1 unless they boast, in which case we're dead. I'm sure they boast. Now, especially. Yeah. Yeah, I think actual Tergrid probably would have been better than her Lantern there. She could have traded with the mob, which definitely matters. We didn't really get our bird tribal going in that game. That was our big problem. We need that bird tribal. Wow, this is a pretty similar hand, and it's one we're going to keep. Maybe we'll draw another zombie to trigger this thing easily. Alright, well now, anytime you draw your Ravens, I feel like just playing them on turn 3 when you can is the right call. You know, it doesn't use up all your mana, but getting a 2 mana, getting a 3/3 flyer out that early matters enough to do it. Ugh. That card's not very nice. Okay, so... I think we probably go with the Thought-Thief here. I think we want a snow land badly enough that we'll leave it, even if it is a tap land, but it makes our Avalanche Rider substantially better. This card's so sweet. You know, the only time I played with it was during the early access event when we had a super sweet snow deck, but there was the glitched out Glittering Frost at the time. So we didn't really get to utilize it. It was sad. It was really sad. I mean, if they attack, we block. Earlier, we had somebody trade their Outrider really aggressively, and I would love if they did that again here. I was like, I don't think I would have done that just because it's such a value engine. I think I'm going to attack with both here. keep the pressure on. You know, trading here is no big deal. Then we play another one. So we may be about to have 2 zombies in our graveyard without really trying. Plus we have a Kinseekers in our hand. I think we're fine with that. Okay. Well, can't attack with my Thought-Thief now, but we will attack with our Raven. I think it was worth trying to play the Lantern there. Like, I've been on the receiving end of it when it gets really, really good. So, you know, experimentation-wide, it would be good. All right, so I think we play Tergrid here. The big, scary menace creature. After all, they're kind of struggling on mana and stuff, so seems pretty good. Ooh, do they have a Village Rites in their hand that they have to use now if they're going to use it? That would be hilarious. Wouldn't be too surprising for them to have it. Like, that card's okay-ish. I think it's really only worth it in black-white, but yeah, they did. Wow. Wow. Well, that might be good for us. Probably also help them hit their land drop. The Boreal, I think because they wanted to keep this in play because it can block Draugr Thought-Thief. That's the only thing that makes any sense to me. Because, yeah, otherwise that was a pretty strange sacrifice. Yeah, that's obnoxious. Ooh, so we're only like 1 mana short on Auron's Epiphany right now. All right, so I think we attack with our Tergrid and our Raven. If they want to kill Tergrid, you know, they have to triple block with tokens or have their Essica's Chariot die. So I think we're okay with all of those outcomes. Then I think we play Avalanche Caller and foretell the Epiphany. Yeah, they're gonna... Making them lose their Chariot is well worth it here. Forcing the Chariot to go away. So if we draw a land next turn, we can Epiphany. I really don't think the Lantern's that good right now. I mean, they're not going to pay life. They're just going to discard cards, and they have plenty of those. So the Lantern, I mean, I don't think it would do it here. Just having her is plenty good in this situation. We even made them play their Village Rites in a non-optimal way, which was pretty hilarious. Hi, Crokies. So if we draw a land, we get to Epiphany this next turn, which probably means more or less game over. Not more or less, it would be, because I'd hit him for 3, then Epiphany, then hit him for 5. You know, and that's without Avalanche Caller factoring at all in the turn. Well... Thank God I foretold my Epiphany. Come on, land. Give us the land. Okay, well, that'll do it, luckily for us. Then we go Epiphany. So I guess I should play Bird Tribal more often in this format, huh? Right, this will be our last game with this deck one way or another. Let's hope this is the beginning of a new hot streak. I really didn't think this deck would be that good just because it felt like we got so undercut on the snowlands in the draft, but I think a few things... for one, we have the Epiphany, which is incredibly powerful, obviously. For another thing, we have so much card selection that finding 1 or 2 snowlands has been pretty easy, and it's made like our Avalanche Rider into a much bigger problem than... more consistently than we expected, than I expected anyway. So yeah, plus it's bird tribal, and that's always good. So this hand's a keep. It's, you know, we kind of want a 3rd land, but we can foretell this, play it on turn 3, and if we get to the late game, the Epiphany will get us there. Yeah, Tergrid's been solid too. I mean, she had one game where she won us the game because she stole a couple sagas, and that was pretty sweet. Yeah, so we're just going to foretell our Raven here. Play our Raven. Maybe if there's no pressure on us, foretell Jarl and Epiphany on turn... yeah, on a later turn. Okay. Well, the Scary Firewalker has been a nice little card. So this is an aggro deck, and these are pretty real in this format, with the good tricks and equipment that are around at lower rarities. Not to mention, like, this boast ability. Pretty darn strong. They did already play a land, so if they hit a land with this, they're not going to be able to play it. Generally, you want to avoid playing a land, just because you can get a free one out of it. We're just going to take it. Now we probably foretell Raven and Jarl, most likely. Now that they've played a 2-2 with lifelink, it kind of makes me want to consider just attacking with this Raven and hard casting the other one. Of course, there's a very good chance they have Run Amok or Kaya's Onslaught or any of those things to mess us up. But I think that's our plan. Just hard cast this one. I think I try to kill the Story Seeker in combat, but that's what makes this format so good, is Run Amok just puts you... Oh, okay. Well, we're just going to take that. Run Amok just puts you in horrible situations where you're like, well, I kind of really need to block this, but if I do, well, I'm kind of shafted. That's a nice thing to hit off of that. Rune of Sustenance. Okay, can give lifelink to their Firewalker now. Or their Shieldmate, I guess. Hey, Snowland. So we're 1 mana away from being able to play Epiphany. So I think what we probably do here is foretell our Epiphany and then play Draugr Thought-Thief to try to hit that 6th land. At which point, we should be in pretty good shape. So yeah, let's foretell. I want to see what's on top before I decide how I'm going to attack. Okay. That's not bad. I mean, tempo is pretty real against this kind of deck. But it's also not a 6th land. We really need that 6th land, I think. If we get the 6th land, we basically win. And it's not like we don't have other stuff to do in our hand if we don't get that 6th land. So I think we just go Graveyard here. And, yeah, I'll attack with 1 Augury Raven. I could attack with 2, dropped into 11. But they have 4 lifelink out there, so it doesn't really seem worth it to me. So if we can hit a land on this turn, we probably win. We do need to hit it. 3, 5, 7. So I'm gonna block here and take the rest. Run amok plus Kaya's Onslaught would mean game over pretty much, but yeah. All right. Can we hit our 6th land? Come on. Give us the 6th land. Give it to us. Ooh, now we really need it. Because we're kind of in danger of dying next turn. Ooh, we did it. I'm so good. Okay. It's not quite going to win us the game outright, but it is going to definitely push us in that direction. Because we hit them for 6 here, which drops them to 12. What could they have for 1 red mana? I mean, Frostbite doesn't do it, so... Alright, so we go Jarl. I mean, Auron's Epiphany. Man, if I'd played my Jarl on accident there, that would have been rough. They don't have a Bolt because they don't have enough snow mana. Oh, Demon Bolt. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that could be. So, I think we leave the 1/1s back here and attack with the 3/3s. Then, I think we want to play Kinseekers and then Avalanche Caller here. Gives us what we need on the ground to not get dead. Plus I have 4 birds in play, so I get this trigger. We'll bottom that. And then, yeah, we'll play our Avalanche Rider. So, yeah, they probably have a Demon Bolt. They can use it to kill our Caller. I keep calling it Avalanche Rider. How many times have I called it Avalanche Rider in this video? It's an old favorite card of mine. That's interesting. Oh, I guess I couldn't kill anything else with it, so it's not that interesting. We are 6-2, Johnny Rock. So, there's a very good chance I either have Warhorn Blast or Tricks to do lethal here. So we kind of have to block everything we can block. So, yeah. This will still kill that if they Warhorn Blast. And... I guess trying to kill the lifelinker here seems worthwhile. We do lose our Avalanche Rider, but given what these red-white decks can do, I think we have to block this way. Oh yeah, they do get it back. They don't get the lifelink back, but they do get the creature back. Wow. They just hit that Glorious Protector off of their Saskiri Firewalker. That is messed up. That doesn't seem right. So our Avalanche Caller survived. That's good news, I guess. If they want to play it, they have to play it now. So, yeah. Yeah. Not loving how this looks. So what happens if I play the Helm and equip it? Instead of making a So I'd have, that would use 6 mana, so I wouldn't be able to send a land at them still. It's probably going to be better to just go for the body with the Helm. And then foretell the Jarl. Yeah, I could also use the Jarl to kill the Protector, but I don't think we need to just yet. But maybe I should be a little more willing to. Yeah, I think it's better to just play the Helm here. And then foretell our Jarl. Uh-oh. Yeah, things about to get ugly. My goodness. My goodness. I could have helmed and equipped, but it wouldn't have done enough, so I didn't want to do it. I could have attacked with both Ravens and used the Jarl, but that didn't really seem worth it either. So now they get this stupid thing back. Yeah, I think we lose. They get this back now if it dies because of call. So I'm not sure how we'll come back from this. That was a disgusting turn from our opponent. Wow. Okay, so we're just going to end our turn. So we can kill it now, but again, they get it back. They can use it to blink their Shepherd. Oh, wait, it's an Angel, so they can't actually blink anything meaningful. At least there's that. Because it does say non-Angel. It probably would have actually been better to put it on the Shepherd. Alright, well, if they have a Warhorn Blast, I'm sure we're about to see it. Alright, so let's turn our land into a creature. Do we need to flash it in the Jarl before blocks? So they have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attackers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 blockers. Yeah, so we're at 4, so that does mean we have to flash in the Jarl now. Okay, so you're gonna block there. You're gonna block here. You're gonna block there. I think we're still dead. Yeah, so we have to block the Glorious Protector, basically. And then we take... Yeah, there's no way for us not to take lethal here. Oh, actually there is. Just kidding. I should probably... Oh, I am killing that. Okay. No, we still take lethal, right? 1, 3, yeah. Ah, I'm double blocking something. There we go. So, not sure how we don't die now. Yeah, we're dead. That's okay though. This deck was surprisingly good. You know, blue black bird tribal. That's the way to go. So I'll take a 6/3. given my current record in the format. That turn was gross. We were so far ahead of them, and then they did that like double spell, Shepherd of the Cosmos, reanimate the aura. All of that was an insane turn.